What is up, everybody? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I wanted to let people be aware of 3 mistakes that they can make in Act 1 that might make their game harder or make things more difficult for them. Now, these are just 3 things. There are probably more things you shouldn't do or that could really mess up your game, but these are the 3 that I want to let people be aware of. The number 1 thing that I want to let people be aware of in this video is Withers. Now, Withers is an NPC you can get to join your party that will be very important. Not only does he let you respec your characters and change their class or reset their class to level 1 and redo, how they level up, he also can revive your characters. You might think, well, I have Scroll of Revivify, so why would I do that? Well, if your character falls off into lava or into an abyss or into water that's very deep, it can be hard to get the Scroll of Revivify on them. So one way to make that easy is just go talk to Withers, and he'll be like, hey, you want me to bring them back? And then he just respawns them right there in your camp, and they have all their stuff and everything. So that is why Withers is very important, and a lot of people miss him because they don't go into this building right here. This is where he is located. You find Shadowheart beating on this door trying to get in. Well, you're not really going to get in this generally. So the way to get in there is a secret door right here, a hatch to get you in, which is a little bit better, but you got to have some good lock picking to get through that. Or you just go through this door right here on top of the chapel, and that'll take you down into the dank crypt, and that is where you locate Withers, down here. Now, this isn't the exact location, but it's down here in this where you will find him, and your life will be made a heck of a lot easier if you have him. Now, number 2 is you have to make a choice whether you kill the druids or not eventually in this Act 1 area. You have to choose to eliminate them or keep them. And if you choose to eliminate them and you have good aligned characters in your party, there is a very, very, very high probability they will leave you. So if you're trying to be a good guy, it's probably better to side with the druids than to wipe them out, because unless you're really good at talking or have already built up good affinity with a couple of the good guys, they will disagree heavily with your actions and they will just leave. So be forewarned if you're trying to do good guys and recruit all the good guys, that doing things like that will greatly hurt you and even make them unrecruitable if you haven't recruited them yet. So don't wipe out the druids if you're trying to be good. And my final tip, just a real quick one, don't be afraid to save scum. Don't be afraid to constantly do autosave, reload. A choice didn't work. It might sound silly, but you get into the habit and, you can always go back and do the other choice. But this game definitely has a lot of choices, and if you're not really save scumming or constantly reloading or trying out different things that, you want to see how they work, or maybe you didn't like it, you're going to miss a lot. And you might have regret. But then again, there are those that will never reload a save. So, if you want to play that way too, I guess. But especially with some of the harder dialogues that you can't, the difficulty check 20s and stuff that are almost impossible to win, you can reload and try that again. And it'll get you a different result, and you may eventually be able to get it to see what dialogue pops up or what happens. So, don't be afraid to save scum. This game encourages it, and it's totally fine when you have a game that can take easily 100 hours to get through, so don't be afraid. But those are just my 3 quick tips to help people out. 3 things that I don't think a lot of new players are going to realize, and don't make those mistakes because you're going to regret it, and it can really hurt you in the future. So thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, later guys. Peace out. Have a good one.